What is good, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I just got done recording um, the episode for the 11th of February, United Through Wrestling. Let's keep it going. 3 hours straight of Ethernet community wrestling content. Can't wait. Might yawn a couple times. That's totally fine. We're here. Taking care of business, continuing the lightweight division tournament, which I am very, 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 very excited about. Everything is going swimmingly. I will be making announcements during this broadcast on where everybody's at that is in the sweepstakes. Spoiler alert, I'm winning. Unfortunately, there are some matches here today, including this very first one that we're going to get to, that could potentially put myself at a disadvantage. There are a couple people that have unfortunately lost, automatically lost round two predictions because they had people that lost last week winning in the second round. So those guys are a little bit behind. We will get into that as we start getting closer to the end of the stream, maybe even in this first one. But we are going to start off with somebody who definitely had a presence last year in Ice Climbers, already has a presence this year with 2 matches. Ice Climbers 1-1 so far this season, looking to get above 500. Zombie does not have a stellar lightweight division record right now, 0-2, but he did very well last year in openweight. So we'll see where he's at, and let's start this first match here tonight for Ethernet Community Wrestling's United Through Wrestling weekly Thursday show. Not exactly weekly at the moment because Andrew's been dropping the ball on it. One thing that I have been really throwing around in my mind is completely taking Thursdays off of work. I know in the real world that's not exactly how it works, but unfortunately, with the schedule that I'm working right now, I have not had a day off in about 2 weeks, which is absolutely insane, but is also absolutely it's absolutely insane in 2 ways. It's a blessing for me. I need the money right now, and to be able to get any money to come in is fantastic. There's an app that I've been selling stuff on called Mercury. Happy to do some some free. Ice Climber's taking himself out a second time. Some free press for Mercury. Sold some pretty decent stuff on there. Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering cards, basically any sort of card. I've sold it on there. They've got all sorts of cool crap that you can buy. Bought a butt ton of amiibos on there for one of my friend's birthdays. Just some really good vibes from the app itself. Something else that I've been thinking about if I do end up taking Thursdays off is doing a stereo podcast every Thursday, just going over the statistics analysis and all that kind of stuff of everything that's going on inside of the ENC community, and then potentially even having another show on there where it's just me talking junk, talking trash with one of my good friends, Will, who I've been trying desperately to get to get onto anything ENC related because he is a huge Smash Bros fan. Just one of those people that I've been trying my best to get into the community. But maybe we'll pressure him into it a little bit. We'll see. But to start off, I believe that is negative on my record for betting. So Ice Climbers, definitely somebody that I thought was going to go far in the tournament. Not really surprised, though, to see Zombie do well so far. Um, Somebody that has definitely had a pretty meteoric rise so far um, in ENC. But we shall see where he goes from here. We're going to get on to our next match. Gannon versus Simon. Simon, not really doing a whole lot in singles, whether that be open weight or heavyweight. He's definitely a tag team wrestler with Richer, obviously. First and foremost, he did have 4 matches last year. Not a great record, 1-3. Ganondorf in the heavyweight division alone, 9-8, really, really, really good record. He is just one of those guys that is just dominating anywhere he goes. If we can get somebody else, maybe one thing that I've been throwing around is kind of like misfit groups. I have a tag team of Cloud and Sephiroth that I don't think I have debuting yet. No. Okay, so once they debut, that's really gonna set off the tone for. They're gonna be my very first try at a misfit duo. It's really a crapshoot for who's gonna work together, who's not gonna work together. But it's just a very cool storyline thing of can these two bitter enemies, sworn enemies, across several of their own games, get along well enough to become partners in ENC and become successful. Another one of those duos that could potentially work out would be like Bowser and Mario would be a great example. I mean, if Yoshi and Mario can't get their stuff together, and if Peach, Daisy, and Rosalina can't figure stuff out, then maybe Peach and Mario become a tag team at some point. There's always the possibility of maybe Ganondorf and Bowser becoming a team, because I mean they're two of the most iconic baddies in the game. That seems like something that the two of them would want to try out, is to by any means necessary try to win those tag team championships. Ganondorf is, like I said, just somebody that has definitely dominated everywhere that he's gone. If he can win this match today, and I mean he just won, so it's not surprising in the slightest. But now that he's won this match, he's definitely putting himself out there as somebody that could potentially be double belted at some point this year. I think Isabel. I don't think Isabel made it technically. It is something that I will double check as soon as I get the next match going between Ken and Wolf. Ken is one of those guys where Ryu, he is in the heavyweight, Ken is in middleweight. So I had a little bit of controversy with some friends trying to figure out which division to put him in. Ken, that is. Even Wolf, to be honest. Wolf, there was some dancing around having Wolf be in heavyweight, but seeing his record from last year in middleweight, and I mean Ken's record last year in middleweight as well. They're both 2-3. Definitely a good place to have them in is the middleweight division. Neither of them are really heavy enough. They both definitely pack a punch, just not as much as a Bowser or a King K. Rool do. They could definitely be in that more leaner, heavier weight style like Banjo. I mean, maybe even Incineroar in there. Possibly Ryu as well. Definitely like Simon and Richard could be in that group. But right now, these two are just not big enough to be in that weight class. And Ken is wiping the floor with Wolf right now. Definitely a shocker. Wolf is somebody that I thought was going to like tear up the scene last year, but just couldn't get there. I'm trying to. Wow, these matches are going quick. 3 matches in the span of 10 minutes. Pretty shocking how fast these first couple matches are going. Definitely not what I was expecting out of this group. All of them, especially these last 2, definitely seemed like the group that was like a good group that was going to have some pretty stellar back and forth matches. Like I said, Ken and Wolf were both in the same record, 2-3 last season. So that was a pair that I thought was gonna be a little bit more balanced. But I'm just kind of double checking, looking through my notes. Looking through my notes, and yeah, Isabel was never a double champion. She lost the lightweight championship to Villager earlier in the night when Villager and Isabel won the tag team championships from Ness and Lucas. Now, Ness was the only double champion until Villager took the lightweight championship from Isabel, and then they won the tag team championship later that night. So that's kind of a crazy thing that I totally overlooked, that Villager stole that illustrious double champion crown from Isabel, that current champion, which, like I said, totally overlooked that. Huge stipulation in that match that whoever won had the potential to, and I mean that's just what the story of Isabel and Villager was this last year. Just one of the best tag teams, the best tag team, arguably, last year. But also 2 of the best, and arguably again, the best 2 lightweights last year as well. So they both knew that, and going into it, they both, said, okay, we're going to be fighting each other. We're also going to fight with each other, and we're not going to let that get in the way. And they didn't. They fought each other for the lightweight championship. Isabel is a former 2-time champion. Villager, the current lightweight champion. The 2 of them are current tag team champions. I mean, there's no way that a team like that can and will allow like a sibling rivalry almost get in the way of the 2 of them having success. So if one of them is doing better than the other one when it comes to lightweight, that just boosts the morale of both of them. If both of them are top contenders in lightweight, you know what that means for them when they come together as a tag team? It means that they're going to kick the crap out of whoever they're fighting against, especially if it's somebody like a Simon and Richer, or a Donkey Kong and Banjo, those teams that aren't great on their own but are pretty decent as a team. Simon and Richard being one, like kind of like a Simon and Richard kind of being like a Dark Samus and Ridley team, where it's just one of the most mediocre teams, which is really confusing when you consider they're both heavyweight teams. Like strictly heavyweight teams. Like if you look at the 2 teams that are going to be fighting next, you would assume that teams like that a team like Toon Link and Young Link, um, and a team like Palutena and Pitt would be more on the lower tier, which Young Link and Toon Link are, to be honest. Um, but Palutena and Pitt, way better record than Simon and Richer. I'd have to double check what their um, official stats are, but 9-9 last season, nothing to cough at or sneeze at, I should say. 5-9, not stellar. If they can win today, that'd be 6-9. Not great, but if they also win today, that's a 1-0 record. That's a over 500 record on the season. Not to say last year doesn't matter, but last year doesn't matter because right now, stuff is glitching, and I don't like the look of that. Some stuff was glitching on the screen. Hopefully everything is working halfway decent now. But like I was saying, we have two lightweights, which to say that a lightweight team shouldn't do well, especially when there's heavyweight teams, completely false. You have Ness and Lucas and Villager and Isabel, the current and former champions, two of the most dominant duos, and they're both lightweights. So there's nothing stopping from Young Link and Toon Link or Pikachu and Pichu, Ness and Lucas getting back up there. But I mean, there's when you say that about lightweight teams, like exclusively lightweight teams, there's really nothing that should be there. There's no excuse for the heavyweight teams that are doing less than what the lightweight teams are doing. When you have a heavyweight team like Donkey Kong and Banjo, or Dark Samus and Ridley, Simon and Richer, and they're losing to what I would consider to almost be like Echo Fighters of Villager and Isabel. That's a pretty rough go, I guess. In the grand scheme of things, these two teams are really going at it, and I am loving every second of it. Slow burn, definitely. Both teams helping each other out. Really staying in packs, staying together, not really separating too much. We're past the halfway point, and both teams have 4 stocks apiece. So I could definitely see this match going to sudden death, the first tag team sudden death of the year, if that is possible. But it's pretty rare to have tag team sudden deaths, just because you have to have both teams with a cumulative score of the same, which is kind of rare to find. I've seen it before, but not too often. But we shall see what happens, especially with the house being rebuilt. It's definitely gonna make it a lot harder to get people out than when it's just an open field like it was a minute ago. Now Young Link and Toon Link have to be careful here if they need to either get Pitt out, which would honestly be the better of the pair, or do what they just did, which was to take Palutena out. So now we're all tied up again. Toon Link definitely taking the brunt of the damage for that team. Young Link just needs to make sure that he's not getting up there in percent, which unfortunately he is. Got about 50 seconds left. I don't see this going to sudden death, only because of how high in percentage these two are, and especially with Palutena just going on that huge volley that she just went on. Both guys could be eliminated within seconds of each other. Just getting thrown around like rag dolls right now. Then again, Young Link and Toon Link could, with one hit, take out Palutena, and yep, and there you go. There's the dynamic duo. Palutena taking out one, Pit taking out the other, and we've got a winning duo. Young Link and Toon Link, unfortunately, just not a team that can get anything going right now. Unfortunately, it's a team that I would like to see do a little bit more. Maybe show Link that he's really missing out, but unfortunately, right now, he is not. He's not missing out at all. Go back down. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately, for right now, it looks like Link and Zelda, for that matter, did the right thing, coming together to try to get better stats than what they had before. Now, this next match, really interesting, for one reason and one reason only. Luigi has not won a match, ever, in all of ENC Wrestling. Tag team, middleweight, open weight, season 1, season 2, nothing. He was very close. Unfortunately, did not win his open weight match to start the year. He's not in a tag team this year. He got kicked out of the tag team he was in with Mario and Yoshi. Roy just took himself out. Luigi very smartly took him as far off stage as he could. Nothing stopping from Roy just immediately taking him out. Really does not need much. Kind of like that hit right, that combo. Just needs a little bit of luck, and will definitely be able to get himself back in the game. If Luigi can get a win here, that puts him in, let's just say, not a great place, because he'd be 1-0 on the season, which would put him in a great place for this season. But that's a 1-3 record, plus his tag team losses and his open weight losses. Just a story where you want to see everybody succeed, and not everybody is going to succeed. There are some people in here that still have not gotten wins in a specific division. I know Samus was one of those people that had an 0 and record last year. It looks like Luigi is going to finally pull out the very first win of his career. If he does, we're going to have a party, and Roy will have to die of shame. But that would also, if Luigi can get a win with these two stocks, which I don't know if he'll be able to get. Nope, he will not. Nope, he could. If he can get a win with two stocks, that's an automatic couple points, which will really boost him in the top 10 ratings. Nope, okay. Let me put it this way now. If Luigi can get a win, that puts him up in the ratings. He'll automatically be in the top 10 most likely, and he will 100% have another match. His issue last year was I was the division, and there you go, was giving him pity matches. Not anymore. Luigi finally picking up his very first victory here on ENC Wrestling. We're throwing a party. Tonight is Luigi night. Definitely not a match of the year candidate, but story-wise could 100% be something that could be contention for match of the year, specifically for one reason and one reason only, because we finally have a win under the belt of Luigi. And that is just so exciting to see. To have somebody finally win a match is just, after almost a full year even, is just remarkable. And I know a lot of people that are going to be really excited to hear that Luigi finally eked out a win. And now we just have two hosses with swords beating the crap out of each other. What a great idea this was. Put these two together. Let's hope they don't flub it up. We just want to see a really good hoss fight with swords. Almost 2 full minutes of two guys just beating the crap out of each other. Just glorious, glorious goodness. Was trying to see if I could update the prediction scores. Kind of figured that the elongated, noiseless, me not talking business just wasn't gonna cut it. So we are going to oh man, somebody had ice climbers going all the way to the finals. That is going to really kick the butt of that person's predictions, unfortunately. And Ike picking up the win. Roy and Chrome, the tag team, definitely not showing up tonight in the way that they were hoping to show up. We are getting into the next match in the lightweight tournament, with Pichu going up against Dark Pit right underneath each other. Let's get into this match. This is very exciting. Who that person that that had ice climbers going all the way to the finals. Unfortunately, that's gonna put him right down the crapshoot. That is a 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 and 9. Yikes. Yeah, that's a 33% rating, accuracy rating so far. Definitely not in a good place so far. Somebody else, 1 and 8, which is even worse. That's a 13%. Yikes. Somebody finally got a win, or a correct bet. 1 and 6 now, which is not great, but take what you can get, I guess. Somebody else 3 and 5. That's not bad. Somebody went from 4 out of 4, which 100% to 4 and 6. Somebody else 4, 4, 5. Now in the lead with an 80% accuracy rating so far. Not bad at all. Yeah, the way that I'm configuring this right now, for these predictions is person with the highest accuracy score by the end of the tournament will win the sweepstakes, win the predictions challenge. That being said, there's 31 matches, I believe, and whoever has the highest accuracy rate out of those 31 matches will win. Obviously, if there's a tie, we will have to figure that out. But until we get there, this is kind of the system that I came up with. Easy way of deciding who wins and who loses. One thing that I thought about, and Dark Pit taking the win over Pichu, very close match. One thing that I thought about doing was at the end of each round, the lowest percentile is booted out. Something I just thought about. I might do for a future one. Moving right along. These matches are not slugging. These are just one after another, just chipping away at this this here February 18th recording. If I can find, there he is. Definitely not complaining. These matches are all good. Keeping it consistent. Roy and Wendy, I believe, will be... Let's see. Yep. And let's get this show on the road. These two teams, one of the last teams to not fight this season so far, season 2. We're whittling down the teams that have not fought yet. Just trying to make sure that everybody gets in. And is able to get their licks in. I mean, it's all about opportunity. If you win, you get more matches. If you lose, you get less matches, less opportunities. You have to make your own opportunities. That's just how it goes. Samus doing some damage on her way out. Smart. If you know you're not going to be able to get to the edge, try to take as much percent as you can. Heard some noise. Wanted to make sure that I wasn't going crazy, and I definitely was. Which is great. Samus is just... Let me tell you something about Samus in tag teams. Not good. Let me tell you something about Samus in singles. Not good. Just not stellar in the slightest. I don't know what is up with Samus, but Her singles record kind of speaks for itself. Just like I said, not great. And I mean, the tag team record, 1-4, not good either. I mean, pretty sure that's a worse record than Toon Link and Young Link. And like I said, that is a lightweight combo. This is a heavyweight lightweight combo. And Zero Suit Samus definitely holding her own throughout most of the matches that I've seen these two in. Just for some reason, Samus cannot get anything going. Hopefully we can see some sort of a turnaround here. Roy, Wendy, and Bowser, despite being a newer team last year, not really new, but new in the sense of, I mean, they didn't start the year as a group. Ended 7-6, which is not bad. It means that they were winning and they were getting matches. They were consistently in the top 10. Samus stole life from Zero Suit Samus and then completely wasted it. So, if I was Zero Suit Samus, I would potentially be leaving that tag team. There's really nowhere for her to go. Finding another, -3, 0, +3, and 0. There's really nowhere for Zero Suit Samus to go. There's nobody else for her to tag with. It's just deciding, do I really want to continue in tag team with somebody that you know you're not going to be able to get anywhere with, or do you try to stick it out? But you have to remember, if she were to leave, there's definitely going to be more opportunities for her when it comes to finding places to fight elsewhere. It gives her more opportunities to possibly fight in different in both lightweight and in open weight. It opens up her schedule in the easiest terms, I guess. This is two middleweights going up against each other, but in the open weight division, I'm really liking having these guys up against each other. It almost guarantees that somebody from the lower weight classes that isn't heavyweight is going to automatically be getting points, whether it be Greninja or Enderman getting the points. The way that I matched these guys, the open weights up this week, is that there were 4 open weights with 5 points and 4 open weights with 4 points, and I kind of decided, okay, these guys are going to be going up against each other. The 5-point people up against the 4-point people. We'll see who comes out on top. Kind of an interesting dynamic with that, seeing how that goes. Unfortunately, I'm going to probably have to pause this and go take care of something and then come back. But we shall see what happens. We shall see what happens. We'll keep it going for now, and just, like I said, see what goes down. Enderman taking himself out, unfortunately, for that first stock. Enderman really getting close to taking out Greninja with that wall that he had built. We'll see where this goes from here. Oof. Enderman almost took himself out there.